Whether you trade stocks, forex, or digital currencies, you must always have a plan. Traders cannot proceed blindly without a strategy. Doing so is a sure way of losing your funds and either walking away disappointed or having to put even more money on the line. Over the year, crypto traders and analysts have come up with many different strategies. Depending on whether you wish to engage in long-term or short-term trading, there are such a number of different approaches that you can use. Scalp trading is one of the such strategies. We previously mentioned it on the day trading video, which you can see by clicking in the link on the right corner. This is Martina from Phemex team. In this video, we will primarily cover the Bitcoin scalping, especially given the coin's recent rapid price changes. Such volatility provides excellent opportunities for those who engage in this kind of trading. Before we start, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, turn on the alerts and share the video with your friends. At the end of the video, we will ask you a question related to the topic. Leave your answers in the comments below with your UID of Phemex and we will pick 5 lucky winners. Now, let's start. What is scalping? Scalping or scalp trading is one of the most common trading strategies among the day traders. It involves entering and exiting trades in a matter of minutes. Scalping is a lot more similar to forex trading than investing in stocks. Forex traders enter and exit trades rather quickly. Similarly, scalpers aim to make quick profits over small price changes. If you choose to hodl Bitcoin, you are locking up coins in your wallet for years in hopes of long-term gains. When you engage in scalping BTC, you will likely trade dozens of times per day and earn thousands of dollars through the small amounts over time. What are the best trading indicators for scalping? Considering how quickly scalpers tend to operate, they usually do not have time much for fundamental analysis. Instead, technical analysis holds a lot more value for them. It tends to be much more precise and relevant. With technical analysis, meaning the study of charts, patterns, and predictions based on the price behavior, you can develop a decent idea of whether the price will move up or down in the short term. With this type of trading, it's useful to leverage as many indicators as possible to determine whether the price will go next. Some of the best indicators for scalping include trading volume, candlestick chart patterns, support and resistance levels, MACD indicator, relative strength index, VWAP, Fibonacci retracements, Bollinger Bands, real-time order book analysis, open interest, volume profile. With enough experience and knowledge, you can create your own custom scalping indicators to gain significant advantage of the market. However, this is something that will likely take years and is not suggested for the beginners. Of course, it is not necessary to rely on every single indicator listed above. Developing the right strategies simply involves some research and a lot of trial and error. Nevertheless, learning to read basic charts is a must-have skill. It will allow you to keep track of price movements in real time while discovering noticeable patterns. Most scalpers focus on 1 hour to 1 minute charts. However, higher time frame signals give you a more general feel of the market and will help you to determine whether it's bullish or bearish overall. Considering that BTC is highly volatile with its price moving up and down constantly, lower timeframe signals can be less reliable. Scalpers will generally use particular combinations of the indicators mentioned above to find multiple sources of confirmations in their price predictions. Once again, with enough experience and the right strategy, all scalpers can extract actionable signals from any time frame. What are some scalping strategies to use? While Bitcoin scalping is the strategy on its own, there are also multiple ways of approaching it. Basically, scalping has its own set of sub-strategies as well. Let's start by first discussing 2 types of scalpers. There are discretionary scalpers and systematic scalpers. Systematic scalpers. As the name suggests, systematic scalpers tend to follow a meticulously defined trading system. They usually conduct through research and set up triggers for when to enter or exit trades. With tight conditions in place, these scalpers rely heavily on the full potential of the tools at their disposal. Their system profitability is based on how well they can follow their own rules without letting emotions take over. Ultimately, for them, the numbers are the only things that matter. Discretionary scalpers. Discretionary scalpers, on the other hand, tend to make decisions on the spot. They improvise and adapt based on the market behavior. Some of them may still have specific requirements regarding when to enter and exit the market, but more often than not, they simply react to the changes they witness live without following many strict rules. Now that you are more aware of the two main types of scalpers, let's look into some more in-depth strategies. Pure trend scalping. This strategy involves relying on trends and trend-following indicators that apply to multiple time frames. Most scalpers to start with a trend-following indicator called the MASA, which is Adaptive Moving Average. It allows them to track trends on higher time frames, such as 1 hour, 4 hour, and sometimes even 1 day. It does so by monitoring and displaying the rate change of phase measured by what's called the Hilbert transform discriminator. Essentially, it shows a composite trend line based on a fast and slow moving average, making it much more responsive representation of changes. A common pure trend scalping strategy approach involves inspecting the MASA indicator on daily and 4-hour charts to determine whether the overall trend is favorable. A trader then switches to 5-minute time frame to seek out crossovers on the 5 EMA and 25 EMA. Range trading. Another common scalping strategy is range trading. This strategy requires you to wait for a specific range to appear. A trader can operate within that range for as long as it's not broken. Whether you identify as the bottom of the range will act as improvised support level, while its top acts as a resistance. This is often lucrative for experienced scalpers. However, there is no guarantee that it will work for everyone. This strategy requires someone that knows the market well and can quickly recognize short-term patterns. A few tips to have in mind. Lastly, we will leave you with a few tips and things to keep in mind. Perhaps the most crucial concept is that patience is essential. Scalping can be really intense, especially if you wish to be the discretionary scalper. You need patience and focus, and all above else, you should never allow yourself to trade emotionally. Apart from this, keep the following few pieces of advice in mind. Scalp trading is not for everyone. There is nothing wrong in investing long-term if you find day trading to be too overwhelming. Consider avoiding low-volume altcoins, as you might not be able to trade enough of them to earn a decent profit. Always have a good exit strategy ready. Always trade with a plan and stick to it no matter what happens. However, also keep some room and flexibility to adapt to any scenario. Don't risk all of your assets in a single trade, no matter how confident you are about the price direction. Do not ignore technical indicators, but find a combination that works for you. Remember to account for all trading and transaction fees. Scalping Bitcoin can be a great way to profit from all the small changes in the asset's price. However, the trading method comes with its own set full of rules that must be diligently learned and followed. You must select or develop the best scalping strategy and stick to it. Part of this involves finding the best indicators that suit your scalping style. Finally, be mindful of all of the risks and pitfalls along the way. With a bit of patience, you can quickly get the hang of it and start gaining profits. Here is the question for you. Have you ever tried scalping? Do you have any scalp trading advice? Leave your comments along with your Phemex UID below, and after we will choose 5 lucky ones to get a special trading bonus in 7 days. If you don't have Phemex account, just click on the link in the description or scan the QR code and create the Phemex account. You will get a 7-day free premium membership trial and other trading bonuses. To learn more about Phemex and cryptocurrencies, watch the videos in the box on the left. If you are new to the crypto world, have a look at the other videos on the right for some Phemex users tutorials. Thanks for watching the video. Bye!